What's the deal? What's the deal, YouTube? What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy, Badass Trucker, back again with another one. This video is gonna be about credit. Talk about credit, how important credit is versus money. Credit is very important. Credit is very, very important. I say that because with credit, if your credit is good, you won't have to use your money. And if you know that's an advantage, because if you can go somewhere and you trying to buy a car and you got good credit, they won't ask for no down payment. Versus if you have bad credit and you try to get a car, they gonna be asking for a lot of money with a high car note. So it's always good to have good credit. You want to keep your credit like as good as possible. You all your payments, you want to be on time. What could I say? Like when you about to pay, say like if you had $100 payment on something, if you could, say if the payment was due on the 5th every month, or say it was due on the 15th every month. On the 5th, you would make a payment for $50, and then on the 10th, you would make another payment for the other $50. And what that would do is it would look like you made two payments in one cycle. So you'll get credit for two payments in one cycle because it'll look like you made two payments in one cycle for one balance. Instead of just paying it off like $100 due, instead of it says due on the 15th, instead of just paying $100 on the 10th, that's cool, but it's better if you was to make two payments on that one balance in one cycle. You get more points and your credit goes up faster when you do that, because it tricks the system to make it think that you made two payments when you really made one payment for the $100, but you just split it up. You make a payment for $50 on one day, then you make another payment for $50 on the other day, and then once the $100 cycle is over, okay, it looked like you made two payments instead of just one, if that makes sense. And that helps your credit go up. So you could do that with every bill, like everything that every credit card or whatever type of bill that you could pay with your credit card, whatever the balance is, don't just pay it all the way off. Like split it up into two payments before the payment is due, and I guarantee your credit score will go up every time that you do that. Because we're not really taught about credit. We got to learn about credit on our own. We had to, I had to fuck up credit to learn how the shit really work. And it's better to have credit than it is to have money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can have $100,000 in credit and have $0 in your pocket and go buy whatever it is you want. Like credit buys everything. You can buy anything with credit. Anything in the world you can buy with credit. So that just shows you like the power of credit. Cause like if you got an 800 credit score and you got a good payment history with no with no inquiries on your credit report, you'll be able to get a whole lot of stuff without putting no money down. Like, and that is the benefit of having credit, because you can save the money and go get whatever it is that you're trying to get off of credit. Like, credit is very important. They don't care about how much money you have, because you could have just came up on a whole lot of money. That doesn't show that you know how to manage money. Like, they want to see if you have 10,000, they want to be able to see that you have 10,000 over a couple of months. They don't want to just see you have 10,000. It's like, oh yeah, he got 10,000. No, 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 no. They want to be able to see that you know how to manage and pay on these certain days, these certain amounts for a certain amount of time. That's how you build your credit. Credit is way more important than money. With credit, they'll give you $100,000 loan, $50,000 loan if your credit is right. But if your credit ain't right, ain't nobody gonna give you no loan. If they do give you a loan, it's gonna be some bullshit like $500, and that ain't gonna really do nothing for you. So credit is very, very important. What else can I say about credit? Credit Karma, I wouldn't really rely on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Credit Karma, I know it's not accurate all the way. On Credit Karma is my score looks. It tells me my score is excellent, but when I look on a whole nother app like Experian, it says it's in good. So it's two levels. That's like good, and then it's excellent. So Experian is more accurate than Credit Karma. Credit Karma, I wouldn't rely on it. Like Credit Karma, how you applying for a card, thinking that you got an outstanding score, that you got these good odds to get this credit card, and then you get declined, and then you'll have a hard inquiry on your report because Credit Karma told you that you had this high score that you thought you had, so you started applying for these cards, and once you get denied, them points start to knock your score down. But yes, I wouldn't really rely on Credit Karma like that. I think I would rely on Experian. Experian is more accurate, more realistic. Like, that's the one that I deal with the most. I got both of them, but Credit Karma just look too good. Like Credit Karma just, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Credit Karma just look a little bit too good. So I go with the more one that look realistic, cause Credit Karma might be right, but I don't think it is. Cause this shit, all my shit is almost at an 800 with Credit Karma, and with Experian, I think my credit is almost 750 or something like that. So it ain't off too much, but I know Credit Karma capping a little bit, and so I'm gonna go with the realistic one. But credit is very important. Like for instance, let me see. So for instance, my credit is pretty cool, but I wanted a truck so bad that I went and put down money to go get my truck. I know somebody else who used credit to go get the truck. Like he used all his credit cards to go get the truck. No money down. He used all his credit card. He maxed all his credit cards out to go get him a truck off the lot. But then he was able, once he got it off the lot, once he did some runs, he was able to pay his credit cards back off like it was nothing. Like I think like 30,000. He paid him back off with no problem because he was able to go make money, of course. So that's the power of credit. Cause like I had to go use a lot of money to go get a truck off the lot, and versus him, he used credit. He uses all his credit cards. I didn't use all my credit cards. I used money. So if he had money stacked up, he would have been able to have money, like some cushion room, because he only uses credit. He didn't use his money if he had any. But I guess that wasn't his case, so he used the credit card. So my case was I had the credit and the money, but I don't know why I didn't just want to max out my credit cards. I was willing to take the risk to go give everything that I stacked. I was willing to go give it up to go get this asset, to get this truck, to cut out the middleman, to make more money, to have more responsibility, to be a boss, to stop being an employee. I was willing to take that route. So that's what I did because that's what I wanted to do. So that's just the power of credit and money. If you got credit, you won't have to use your money to go get any type of asset that you want. And if you don't have good credit, then you got to put down way more money for a down payment, and you're gonna have a high payment every month because you have a low credit score. So it's always important to make sure you're on top of your credit. Make sure you're on top of your credit. Like if you have to, call some of the people that you in debt with, and tell them, make a deal with them, and let them know, like, if you willing to take this off my report, then I'll pay a certain whatever, and they'll make 9 times out of 10 they want some type of money because they know they're not gonna get it. So if you come with a deal, just make sure you can have them give it to you in writing that they gonna take it off your report if you agree to pay whatever deal that y'all both negotiated on. And 9 times out of 10 they gonna take it because they want $250 versus $0. Most people ain't gonna give them no money. But if you was to come to some type of deal, say you owe 500 and you willing to pay 250, and they say, okay, we'll go with the 250, and they'll take take it off your credit report, then I say do that. That's another way to get certain stuff off your credit. What else? Make sure whatever, if you got any type of payments, pay them on time. And if you could, whatever bank that you have, try to get a secure card, because that helps your credit too. A secure card is basically your own money. Like, basically, say if you got $200, you go to your bank, tell them you want a secure card, and basically you give them the $200, and they'll give you a card with $200, a $200 limit on it, and basically you'll use that card as if it's a credit card to build your own credit, and that helps build your credit up too. So it's a whole lot of ways to build your credit. Credit is powerful, way more than money. So if your credit is good, your payments is good, you'll have a more chance of not having to go put no money down, and you'll have a way lesser payment than everybody else that has messed up credit. So keep your credit good, because it's very important. We don't get taught about it enough. You know what I'm saying? We had to figure it out. We had to all get credit cards to fuck them up. I did it myself. I learned. So I'm trying to basically just spread the knowledge. Like, that shit is very important. Like, credit, it's very important. Very, 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 very important. Very important. I think when I opened my business, they gave me a $15,000 credit card off the rip. Like, off the rip. Just because what my credit score was already, and the amount of money that they see me already bringing in that account, they gave me a $15,000 credit card off the rip to do whatever with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's for my business, but you can do whatever with it. I can buy whatever I want with that credit card. So credit is very important. You got $0 in your pocket and be having $15,000 in credit cards and other credit cards, and be good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Money is cool too. You can stack your money. You ain't got to always spend it. It's very important. So yeah, if you got any questions, just let me know. Got any comments? Yes, sir. You got any comments? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, Badass Trekker, signing out, man.